Is this the ugliest LEGO set of all time? Well, the LEGO Harry Potter theme has always been a fan favourite, but lately there's been a growing grumble. Too repetitive, too predictable, and just as the design team decides to break the mold and try something new, along comes this. It's different, it's new, but is it a creative PS1 graphics masterpiece or a complete eyesore? This is LEGO Set 76443 Hagrid and Harry Potter Motorcycle Ride. With 617 pieces and retailing for $44.99, this set takes us back to the dramatic opening of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Let me set the scene. Hagrid's flying motorcycle roars through the skies, carrying Harry on a desperate mission to escape Voldemort. Hagrid falls asleep, surrounded by chaos, with members of the Order of the Phoenix posing as decoy Harrys. So, does this larger scale build capture the excitement of that moment, or does it crash and burn like Hedwig? But before we get onto that, I just wanted to say it does take me a very long time to put these videos together, so if you are enjoying so far, please subscribe. It really helps me on my journey as a small YouTuber and on my road to 1,000 subscribers. Well, Hagrid's bike and the sidecar, at first glance, are what you'd expect for LEGO standards. The designers stayed faithful to the film with only a few liberties taken in colour and some minor details. The sidecar, which is by the way pretty tricky to replicate, actually looks good. Complete with a windshield and a design that feels just okay, it detaches easily from the bike, although you're probably not going to want to display it like that because it will struggle to stay upright. That said, the bike itself has some cool touches: long exhaust pipes, movable mirrors, front and rear lights, and yes, the wheels roll. They're rather smooth, but the bike only moves in a straight line. There's honestly not that much to be said, but the real story of this set doesn't lie in its construction or in the bike. It's when we turn to the characters that opinions begin to shift, and this set becomes something far more divisive. But before we do look into the characters, who are described by many as hideous, let's pause for a quick hot take. A lot of people argue that this set should have been built in minifigure scale, and I guess that would fit easily into the wider LEGO Harry Potter universe, but here's the thing. I think this scale works way better for the story it's trying to tell. The size contrast between the three characters is way more striking at this scale. Hagrid feels like the towering half-giant he's meant to be, perched on a human-sized motorcycle, which is almost comically small beneath him. The story of Hagrid as a literal larger-than-life protector really comes through. This is something I think would have been lost at minifigure scale. But anyway, let's move on to the characters, starting with Hagrid. I don't mind how he's built. It's kind of like a nod to the Brickheadz style. He feels massive, with goggles on his head, a really well detailed beard and hair, and custom molded handpieces that grip the handlebars. He even has a fart flap. You can remove him from the bike if you'd like, and as a standalone figure he has this comical kind of artsy style. It's ambitious, but for me it works. But this isn't where the set crossed the line. This is Harry. Oh boy, Harry. This is something else. Tucked into the sidecar you'll find a mouthless Harry, which is rather unsettling. His face is just essentially a narrow shape, lacking the detail from Hagrid's design. That same lack of detail carries over through the rest of the build. His arms look more like stumps. He is carrying a wand, ready to defend himself, but good luck with that because his arm falls off every time you try to move it. And then Hedwig just feels like an afterthought, which doesn't really match the style of either of the characters. This is why so many people are angry and disappointed with this set. Harry's design feels like such a letdown, but was this a deliberate design choice? Or perhaps just the creative reality of building at this scale? We'll never know. Taking creative risks brings its own challenges. Where is the line between style, realism, and a weird cartoonish face that no one likes? Do you really want LEGO to stop experimenting with new styles and designs? For me, the answer is no. I actually like this set quite a lot. It's definitely more of an artistic piece, and art, after all, is subjective. So you tell me, is this the ugliest LEGO set ever?